Have you ever wondered why some men are naturally attracting higher value, more attractive women? Well, this is the perfect video for you because I'm going to dive into exactly the kind of habits you need to develop yourself to become the kind of man to attract that. What's up, you guys? My name is David J. Kelly, and in this video today, I'm going to discuss exactly what I just said. I'm going to give you the habits that you need to attract a high value woman into your life so you can start having the success in your dating life that you've always wanted. So let's dive into it and talk about these habits. Make sure you stay all the way to the end of the video because all these habits are essential. You can't just have one or two of them. You need all of them if you really want to develop yourself into a man that warrants high value women coming into their life. So the first habit and the first thing you really need, and this is probably pretty obvious and you're not gonna be surprised to hear this, is confidence and self-belief. So I wanna share a little personal anecdote about this because I used to think that when I was younger, I'm 30 years old now, when I was like early 20s and I wasn't as in of good a shape, and I didn't do as well with women for a number of different reasons. I used to think now, or these last few years where I started to attract a lot better quality of women and attractive women into my life, that it was because, I got jacked, right? And I gained all this muscle and stuff. I'm a competitive bodybuilder at a very high level, okay? And so I used to think that was the reason. But then I slowly started to realize it actually had some to do with that. And that's something we'll talk about later on in this video. But mostly had to do with how I was carrying myself as a result of building that muscle. While women are attracted to guys with muscle, there's no doubt about that, and the data is pretty clear on that. What they're attracted to more than anything is confidence and self-belief. Okay, so when I was younger, I didn't have as much confidence and I didn't carry myself with that kind of confidence, and therefore I wasn't attracting women as much. Now that I'm older and I have a lot more things in my life figured out and I'm a lot more successful and I do have a better body and stuff, I do carry myself differently and walk around different. And so when you have confidence in yourself, your body language is different. You are not afraid to take as much risk with, pursuing these women. You're less likely to give off that needy energy to women, okay? And so this is why it's essential. And the first one I'm talking about is because if you don't have confidence, none of the rest of this stuff is going to matter that much. Okay, so confidence is really built through, a lot of different avenues, but one of which is, like I said, building your body. And this is why I'm so big, and what I do for a living is I own a coaching company to help guys build their physiques and transform their lives, building confidence, because most men in today's world, unfortunately, don't have a lot of confidence. So finding ways to talk to yourself in a healthy manner and, doing positive affirmations and stuff like that are not fake. You actually have to be putting the work in your life. You can't just say things in the mirror and be like, oh, I am this, I am that. You need to actually practice these things. But telling yourself a good narrative and developing that confidence and self-belief is definitely the first step to developing yourself to the point where high-value women become attracted to you. The second one, and this arguably is even more important, is purpose and vision. So men with purpose and vision that are constantly working at that and they are committed to that over everything else in their life are highly desirable and attractive to women. And it's not just women, it's also other men in society will respect you more. So people with purpose and vision, they have an alignment within themselves as to where they're directing their energy, the decisions they make, everything is working off of this purpose and vision they have for their life. Okay, that is extremely attractive to women. Why? Because they know that even if you're not really successful right now today, that you will be in the future because you have this vision and purpose for yourself. There's so many men in this world that are completely aimless. They have no idea what they're doing. They're just getting up like a zombie and going to their 9 to 5 or going to their, into school and the college, and they're just kind of like, I don't really care. They're just waiting for the weekend. They drink with their friends and all this different stuff, and their life has no purpose, it has no direction, it has no vision. That is highly, highly unattractive to women. Okay, that's a great way to make sure that a great, high quality, attractive woman will never make their way into your life. And I'm just being real with you because you have to have purpose and vision for your life. Forget women for a second. Just for your own life and having a rewarding, fulfilling life, you need to have purpose and vision. It is so essential, okay? Unfortunately, in today's modern world, most men don't have that, okay? We need to have purpose and vision, just even for ourselves, like I said. When we were living in hunter-gatherer times, our purpose and vision, our purpose was very, very straightforward. We had to hunt to feed the women in our tribe, the children in our tribe, and that was the purpose of our lives. And maybe we had some other, hobbies and things we did in the time we weren't doing that. But now we live in this world that has a lot more luxuries. We live in air-conditioned homes or apartments, and we drive cars everywhere and all this different stuff. A lot of our things that like survival needs are met. Okay, so really beyond that, it's kind of like, what is directing your life? What is the purpose that you have, that you live in this world with? Because we only have a small chunk of time that we're on this earth. So what are you doing with that time? What is the vision for your life? Where are you going, and why are you going there? Okay, again, highly, highly attractive to women. You must have a purpose and vision for your life. Habit number 3. This is going to be a little bit controversial, but I think this is 100% true because it's worked very well for me, and I see a lot of men that do not have this, and they struggle with women a lot. Emotional intelligence. Now, we kind of think of this typically as like a feminine thing, like being in touch with your emotions, but it's actually a very masculine thing too. Let me explain why to you. So when people talk about stoicism and how that is attributed to masculinity, basically it means that you are not letting your feelings and your emotions drive your behaviors and your actions. So the only way you can do that is to be aware of your emotional states. If you don't realize you're pissed off or you're angry or you're upset or whatever, and then those feelings and emotional states drive your behavior and your actions, that is not being a man. That's being a child, okay? So you can't let your emotions dictate how you act, okay? Sometimes you're gonna feel great and you'll be happy and all these different things, and your emotional state's fantastic and life's great and it's easy to do the work you need to do. It's easy to work out. It's easy to do all these things you have to do with your life. And other times, it's not. You're gonna feel more down. Your energy's gonna be kind of lower. Maybe you didn't sleep well. Your emotional state and being in touch with that is super, super important. So women are not gonna be drawn to men that are overly reactive and overly, emotionally charged and driven, because again, it's a childlike behavior. You don't want to be like that. One of the things I see a lot of times with men that when I was younger, that they thought was like really attractive to women was if they got like overly confrontational with other guys. That is not very attractive to women. What is attractive to women in that case is if you stand up for them and protect them if somebody challenges you. But to get overly confrontational out of nowhere with somebody, all that really shows is that you lack emotional awareness and intelligence. Okay, so women don't want to see that, and they don't want you to do that because they don't want to be with a guy that's going to get themselves into fights and get thrown in jail and all this different shit. They don't want to be with a guy like that. Okay, I'm talking high value women. There are certainly women out there that will do that. You don't want to be with those women. You want to be with a high value woman that's going to make a good, positive impact on your life. Okay, so developing emotional intelligence, really the way you can do this is to journal more, is to spend time meditating and reflecting on how you are feeling. Okay, again, until you do this and you observe these things, you're just going to move through life like a child who cries when they're upset or what. Like, that's not the best example, but like, how babies are, how they cry when they want something, they scream when they want something. Like, you basically become an adult that is a child emotionally. Don't let that be you. Do not let that be you. Next habit. This is the one I talked about earlier. Physical health, fitness level, whatever it is. Guys, this is just an obvious one. I shouldn't even have to talk about it. Okay? Being physically attractive to women is essential. If the girl's not physically attracted to you, you're done for. I'm sorry. Like, this is the way it is. Think about like you with women. Would you date a girl you're not physically attracted to? Absolutely not. Okay? Now, you can't control this. See this? Face? All this stuff. Now, you can grow a beard out. You can like, as you get leaner or your jaw structure maybe changes a little bit, you can control some of that stuff. But this face you're born with is what it is, okay? But you can control this stuff, right? Your arms, your chest, your legs, all these different things. You can develop muscle mass. You can get yourself into a leaner body fat level. You can look healthier, okay? That is 100% in your control. You are 100% in control of how your body looks. And if you think otherwise, you just don't understand how this stuff works. This is why I'm so big on coaching men, like I said earlier, and getting them to develop their bodies, because I've seen this happen time and time again. Guys get in better shape, and what happens? They level up their career, they level up their confidence, new women start coming in their life. They get an awesome girlfriend, a hot girlfriend. I've seen this countless times. That's why I decide to coach men the way I do, because fitness for a man is so transformational in every single way. It really is. And so if you aren't physically fit, then this is the first place to start, okay? Because everything else, again, is not gonna matter as much. If you look like a slob, I'm sorry to say it that way, women are not gonna be interested in you, straight up. Like, attractive, high-value women will not be interested in you. You can literally take that to the bank. They will not be interested in you. Again, it's not just about looking that way, it's also what it does for you in your confidence level, okay? There's so much you can learn from that. The discipline you need to enact, the consistency you need. These are transferable things to other areas of life, and that is also highly, highly attractive to women, okay? Is when you develop those soft and hard skills that you need to build your physique. And the last one we're gonna talk about is social, I don't want to say validation or social proof, but being socially a leader, okay? Women very much like men that have the respect of other men and are desired by other women. Let me repeat that again. Women like men that are respected by other men and desired by other women. So basically, you want to be a man that is respected by other men and desired by other women. That is basically hypergamy to a level of understanding that I'm mixing my words up here, but you understand what I'm saying. You want the social validation and social proof of other men respecting you and other women desiring you. And women are very, very attuned to this. They very much can see this. And the reason for that is because they are wired, again, like I said, they're hypergamous, women are hypergamous beings, meaning they always want to be with the best they can get. Socially, physically, everything, right? They are always gonna look to upgrade if they can. So you wanna make sure that you are the catch, okay? So how do you develop yourself into being a man that is respected by other men and desired by other women? You do everything I just said. You build your confidence, you develop a purpose and vision for your life with your career and how you're living, and you direct your energy and focus into that. You develop emotional awareness and intelligence. You develop yourself physically, and once you do those things, you're gonna notice that other men respect you more and that women desire you more. These things all take care of themselves. I have a quote that I love to say, your external desires only come through internal changes. I wanna repeat that again. Your external desires only come through internal changes. And what I mean by that is, you want a nice car, you want a hot girlfriend, you wanna level up your career, you want more financial freedom, you want to travel more, you want to do all these things, right? This is what most men want. Well, how do you get those things? You have to make changes within yourself, okay? So you have to do things. The only way to make changes within yourself is to do things consistently. Well, how do you do things consistently? You have to develop habits for yourself, okay? This is what my coaching works on with men, and why I'm so passionate about it, because I've done it myself. I used to be the guy that was frustrated and didn't do well with women and discouraged and all this different stuff. I'm not like that anymore, because I made these changes for myself, and I want to help you do the same thing. So whether it's you watching this video or you working one-on-one with me in my coaching program, you got to make the changes for yourself. So if you are somebody that is interested in changing and developing and transforming your life the way I'm talking about, go down in the description, book a no obligation, free cost consultation with me. I'll review what you're doing with your physique right now, and I'll give you some suggestions, and we'll see if we're a fit to work one-on-one. The worst that comes of it, I send you on your way and give you some advice. And the best that comes of it, we work on one-on-one together, and I help you transform your life. So without further delay, I'm gonna end this video now, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe, because it helps me so much to push this video into the algorithm so I can help other men just like you, and we need to help our brothers out there. So I will see you guys in that next video. Have a great day or night, depending on whenever you're watching this.